Yo, welcome everybody back to another YouTube video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over how I made $1,500 today on the day, day trading the Nasdaq across my 3 Alpha Futures accounts, so $500 per each account. And I mean, yeah, let's go straight to the analysis, right? So starting on the 4-hour time frame, which was the first thing which I was kind of looking at the structure, right? You're making higher high, higher low, and now we're expecting this draw on liquidity to get hit, right? And on the daily time frame, I don't think there is much to see on the daily time frame. I mean, you could have used these quadrants right here, and yeah, I mean, other than this, there isn't much to be going over. So one thing which I kept for reference were these quadrants on these 4-hour time frames. And let me just, so this is a messy, let me just go like right here. And there was a couple of trades which you could have taken today, and which I certainly did miss, or I didn't miss them, but I just didn't execute on them because I thought there's going to be more opportunities or whatever. So there was this initial trade, you know, which you could have played to these highs. Just, I don't know where you would have put your stop loss, but honestly, you could just play it to these highs or just leave it to any of these highs, right? So this was a pretty decent trade. I mean, nothing too crazy, but then I took a trade on the 1-minute chart, and there was a few things, right? So obviously the draw on liquidity was pretty clear. We're, you know, trending higher, we're in a trending market, giving us, you know, just telling us that we're bullish for the day. And you know, there was a couple of things. Let me just delete these so it doesn't get that messy, this one included, right? So there was a few things, right? We obviously started to trend higher. We touched this gap and kind of had a displacement higher, but I didn't see, or I didn't want to enter anywhere here, just because, you know, the 5-minute already closed. Then we had a small retrace, obviously, and you could have taken this, but I just didn't like this at first. But this is for sure a valid trade towards the draw on liquidity, which was here. Place your stop loss right here. This is for sure a really good trade. But the trade which I took was right here, right? So first we got this little bit of a retrace, which on the 5-minute, right? I always, when I'm looking for a retrace, I always want to see something like a 5-minute for value gap tap, which we didn't get in this scenario. But the thing which I was really interested in was these quadrant levels, right? On the 4-hour time frame, right? I already marked out this wick, and I said I'm gonna use it in a further reference. And you can see we traded higher, right? We edged this 0.5, aka consequent encroachment level, right? Then we had a little retrace. We kind of sold off, but we didn't tap in a gap on this 1-minute gap. And if you want to call this an order block, we tapped this order block as well. But there was no proper retrace on the 5-minute time frame. Like you can see, we didn't tap any gap on the 5-minute time frame. So I didn't want to take longs, and I still thought that reversal could be coming, because honestly I was more of a bearish for a day than bullish. But when we got this edge of the CE of that wick and then traded lower, and then got bought up aggressively with volume, right? This is where I took this inverse value gap kind of a trade towards these highs, and yeah, worked out pretty perfectly. Worked out absolutely perfectly, in fact. And I mean, yeah, this is a pretty straightforward day. And then we had some, you know, Trump bullshit come out, and we had this little bit of a sell-off, this Drake candle. But whatever, we're done for the day, and the market is still trending higher. But yeah, boys, this is looking pretty good. We have these stacked highs, right? Every single one of these highs, this, and all these highs to the left are a solid targets for the upcoming week, or not an upcoming week, but for the rest of the week. Perhaps the next week, but yeah, we'll see. So this is it. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you on the next one. So peace out.